Welcome back, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a coin that's been turning heads and leaving collectors scrambling, the 1964 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. This rare penny has captured the attention of numismatists worldwide, with some even fetching millions of dollars at auction. Stick around to learn how you can spot this hidden treasure and why it's worth so much more than you might think. Display the full coin in sharp focus, showing the obverse, front, and reverse back. Use animations or text overlays highlighting the details. First, let's take a closer look at the 1964 Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln penny, or cent, was first issued in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. But by 1964, the U.S. Mint had produced billions of pennies, making the 1964 version seem like just another common coin. However, there's something special about the 1964 penny that you need to know. Most 1964 pennies have a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But here's where things get interesting. Some 1964 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and those without any mint mark have become highly sought after. But wait, what makes them so valuable? Let's get into it. Here's the kicker. Despite being struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1964 penny without a mint mark is extraordinarily rare. This coin wasn't intentionally minted to be rare. In fact, it was part of a larger batch where most coins were supposed to have a mint mark. However, the mistake went unnoticed for years, leading to a limited number of these no mint mark pennies entering circulation. Over the decades, many of these rare 1964 no mint mark pennies were lost, worn down, or destroyed, making them much rarer today than most collectors realize. What's even more surprising is that this particular mistake has gone largely under the radar until more recent years, with the discovery of high-quality examples at auctions pushing their value into the millions. Show clips of auctions where rare coins are sold for millions. Highlight the winning bids for 1964 no mint mark pennies. So, what's the big deal with these pennies? Why are they worth millions? It all comes down to a combination of rarity, demand, and historical significance. Show an example of a high-grade 1964 penny no mint mark, with sharp details like a clean Lincoln bust and legible date. First, the condition of the coin plays a huge role. High-quality 1964 pennies without a mint mark, often in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, are incredibly rare. Coins with clear, sharp details and minimal wear are especially valuable. These can easily fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, and in some cases, even break the $1 million mark. The reason is simple. Only a handful of these pristine specimens exist. Show a screenshot of a recent auction where a 1964 penny no mint mark sold for a high price, with a green arrow pointing to the price. For example, in 2023, a 1964 no mint mark penny in flawless condition sold for over $1.5 million at a prestigious auction house. That's right, a simple penny originally worth just 1 cent, sold for a small fortune. Shows step-by-step instructions on how to identify a 1964 no mint mark penny. Use close-up shots of the coin and zoom into the area where the mint mark should be. If you're hoping to find one of these valuable pennies, the first thing you need to know is how to spot them. It's simple, just look for the absence of the mint mark near the bottom right corner of the obverse, the front, of the coin. On most 1964 pennies, you'll see either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, but on the ones from Philadelphia, there's no mint mark. It can be a bit tricky, especially since there are so many worn or circulated coins, but if you find a 1964 penny with no mint mark and it's in great condition, you may just have a hidden treasure on your hands. Let's talk about price. If you're lucky enough to find a 1964 no mint mark penny, the value can vary depending on its condition. For circulated coins, you're still looking at a few $100s. But if you find one in uncirculated or near mint condition, the value can skyrocket to the tens of thousands. And for those near-perfect specimens, well, we're talking millions. Coins in perfect, mint condition, especially those with no wear on Lincoln's portrait and sharp details on the reverse, are what drive the prices up. So, don't just settle for any 1964 penny, it's the top-tier specimens that hold the true value. So, the 1964 no-mint mark penny is not just any ordinary coin. Its rarity, historical error, and the right condition can make it worth millions. If you find one, make sure to get it professionally graded, as it could be worth far more than you imagined. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more rare coins and their incredible values, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. 1988 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This coin has become quite the gem for collectors, and its market value today is more than just pocket change. We're going to uncover its fascinating history, discuss its unique characteristics, and explore just how valuable this penny has become, with some even worth millions of dollars. So, let's get started. First, let's take a look at the 1988 no-mint mark penny. The 1988 penny is part of the United States Mint series of 1-cent coins, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The Lincoln Memorial design has been a staple of the penny since 1959. However, what really sets this particular penny apart is its lack of a mint mark, which is something that has caught the eye of many coin collectors. Now, if you're wondering why the 1988 no-mint mark penny stands out, it's because of the potential error in its minting. The United States Mint typically places a mint mark on coins to indicate where they were produced. For example, coins minted in Philadelphia typically have no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D, and those from San Francisco display an S. However, it's not always as simple as that. On certain coins, an error or anomaly can occur that causes the coin to be particularly rare or valuable. In the case of the 1988 penny, the lack of a mint mark has led some collectors to believe that it could be an error coin, even though it was likely intended to be from the Philadelphia Mint, which typically doesn't use a mint mark. When it comes to the value of the 1988 no-mint mark penny, there's been quite a range in what it can fetch on the market. While many 1988 pennies are worth just 1 cent, collectors and investors have been known to pay much more for examples that are in pristine condition or have unique characteristics. In uncirculated or proof condition, this coin can be worth anywhere from $5 to $20. However, it's the error coins or those with slight variations in detail that have seen an even greater spike in value. In the past few years, some of these error coins have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, with the rarest examples going for upwards of $10,000 or more. Now, if you think that's a lot, get this. There are rumors and speculation that some of the most pristine 1988 no-mint mark pennies could be valued in the millions. This kind of potential is what makes the world of coin collecting so exciting and unpredictable. Like any collectible item, the value of a coin can be influenced by several factors. Here are the most important ones to keep in mind. The better the condition of the coin, the more it's worth. Coins with little to no wear, especially those that have been kept in mint state, are much more valuable. The coin's surface should be free from scratches, dents, or discoloration, with clear details on the Lincoln Memorial and Lincoln's portrait. Error type. Error coins tend to fetch higher prices, especially if the error is a noticeable anomaly, such as the lack of a mint mark or an incorrect strike. As the coin becomes rarer, the value rises exponentially. Rarity. While the 1988 no-mint mark penny is not extremely rare in the traditional sense, the combination of its potential errors and the interest from collectors over the years has increased its rarity. Only a limited number of coins are in excellent condition or have the error that makes them stand out. Demand. As with any collectible, demand plays a huge role in the price. The more collectors desire the coin, the higher the price they're willing to pay. In this case, the 1988 no-mint mark penny has sparked considerable interest, making it one of the most coveted pennies in the collecting world. What are some of the most expensive 1988 no-mint mark pennies? Over the years, several 1988 no-mint mark pennies have made headlines for selling at high prices. One notable example is a specimen that sold at auction for more than $10,000 due to its perfect condition and unique error characteristics. Some collectors believe that a perfectly preserved version of this coin could even be worth millions in the right market. However, It's important to note that not every 1988 penny without a mint mark will fetch such an incredible amount. In fact, most of the pennies in circulation are worth a modest amount, especially if they show wear and tear. Still, if you happen to stumble upon a rare era coin or one in mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, how can you tell if you've got a rare, valuable 1988 no mint mark penny in your collection? Here are a few things to look for. Look for a mint mark. This is the first step. The 1988 penny is generally expected to have no mint mark if it was struck in Philadelphia. However, if you find one that appears to be an era coin with no mint mark and is in excellent condition, it may be worth investigating further. The most valuable 1988 pennies are those that are in near perfect or mint condition. Look closely for any signs of wear or scratches. The clearer the details, the more valuable it is likely to be. As we've mentioned, era coins can be more valuable. Look for unusual characteristics, such as a double die, off-center strikes, or unusual wear patterns that could indicate a manufacturing flaw. Get an expert opinion. If you think you've found a rare coin, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded. A coin's value increases significantly once it's graded by a reputable company, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These experts can help determine the authenticity and condition of your coin, which will give you a better idea of its market value. So, there you have it. The 1988 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny has the potential to be worth a significant amount of money, especially if you have an era coin or one that's in excellent condition. While most 1988 pennies are worth only 1 cent, certain rarities could see a market value of thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone looking for hidden treasures in your spare change, this coin is definitely one to keep an eye out for. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more valuable coin discoveries. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare penny, and share your experiences with us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. 1985 D Lincoln penny. You might think, isn't the 1985 D just a regular penny? Well, think again, because this coin is worth a whole lot more than its face value. Let's get into it. Before we dive deep into the specifics, let's talk about why the 1985 D Lincoln penny is so special. At first glance, it looks just like any other penny from the mid-80s. But there's a rare and valuable anomaly within this series that can make it worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. And no, it's not some standard minting error, it's something far rarer, a true coin collector's dream. Now, for most of us, the 1985 D penny might seem like a penny you could easily find in your change jar. But for the seasoned coin collector, the 1985 D has become a hot commodity for one major reason. There are a few rare, key details that can send its value skyrocketing. So, what makes this penny so valuable? Let's start with the basics. The 1985 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark. It features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which is standard for pennies minted from 1959 to 2008. However, when you think about its market value, this penny's worth depends on a few important factors, starting with the overall condition of the coin. The highest value for any coin is often linked to its condition. A worn, heavily circulated 1985 D penny isn't going to bring in much. But if you're lucky enough to have an uncirculated specimen, or one with a unique characteristic, like a minting error, that's where the magic happens. Now, here's where things get really interesting. There's a rare variety of the 1985 D penny that collectors are desperate to find, the 1985 D double die obverse, or DDR. What's a double die obverse, you ask? It's a minting error where the design is struck twice, resulting in doubled images on the coin. For the 1985 D penny, the doubling is most noticeable on the word Liberty, and In God We Trust on the obverse. The effect can range from subtle to dramatic, but in high-grade examples, the doubled details are so clear they practically jump off the coin. So, what's this coin worth? Well, if you've got a regular 1985D penny in good condition, it might only be worth a few cents over its face value. But if you have the elusive 1985D double die averse, we're talking about a whole different ball game. In recent years, the value of the 1985D double die has been on the rise. A coin in mint state, such as one graded MS-67 or higher, can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, a particularly well-preserved 1985D double die has sold for more than $300,000 at auction. You spot a 1985D double die penny? Here's what you'll need to look for: the word Liberty, and the date 1985 should show signs of doubling. The letters may appear more than once, creating a blurry, ghost-like image behind them. The phrase "In God We Trust" is another area where doubling can be very obvious. If you catch this error in the right light, the doubled letters will seem to shift slightly. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to inspect the coin closely. You'll need a sharp eye to catch this subtle yet valuable defect. So, why is the 1985D double die penny so valuable? There are a few reasons. First, the error is relatively rare compared to other coin varieties. Second, the rarity and unique appeal of the double design make it highly sought after by collectors. And third, it's a part of a specific group of mint errors that have been gaining popularity in the numismatic world. When these factors combine, it creates the perfect storm for a coin worth millions. Not only does this make the 1985D double die penny a valuable find, but it's also a great investment. The value of these rarities has been climbing in recent years, and with more collectors entering the market, the price could continue to rise. So, if you've got a 1985D penny lying around, it might just be worth a second look. A small investment in research and a magnifying glass could turn that seemingly ordinary coin into a life-changing fortune. If you think you've found a 1985D double die penny or any other rare coin, it's best to get it professionally graded to determine its true value. And remember, the condition of the coin can make all the difference. 1996 The Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? Well, despite being a modern coin, this particular penny can fetch a price that might surprise you. From its unique features to its potential worth in the market, let's break down everything you need to know about this coin and why it could be worth a small fortune. The 1996 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which was produced by the U.S. Mint from 1959 until 2008. On the obverse of the coin, we see the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which is synonymous with these coins. The D mint mark indicates that this penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the two locations responsible for producing pennies during this period, the other being the Philadelphia Mint. These coins were struck in copper-plated zinc and have a face value of just 1 cent now. You might be thinking, it's just another penny, right? But let's get into the specifics of why this particular penny could be worth a lot more than its face value. To begin, the 1996 Lincoln penny, like many other coins, can be found in a variety of conditions. As you know, coin value is heavily dependent on its condition, rarity, and any unique features it might have. The most common type of 1996 penny is the standard circulation coin. These coins were made in large quantities and are fairly easy to find in your change or in your coin jar. But here's where things get interesting. Certain 1996 pennies have been discovered with unique characteristics or rare minting errors that make them highly sought after by collectors. One of the most intriguing things about the 1996 penny is the potential for minting errors. Over the years, there have been reports of 1996 pennies that have been struck with either double die errors, where the design appears to be doubled, or with off-center strikes, where the coin is not properly aligned during production. These error coins are significantly rarer than the standard issue, and as with all error coins, their value can skyrocket depending on the severity and uniqueness of the mistake. For example, a 1996 penny with a double die error or off-center strike could potentially be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and the type of error. Collectors and error coin enthusiasts are always on the lookout for coins like these, which can make them incredibly valuable in the right market. The condition of the coin is another key factor that plays into its value. Coins are graded based on their appearance and the amount of wear they've experienced. The most common grading system for coins is the Sheldon scale, which goes from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A 1990 60 penny in excellent condition, such as one graded MS65 or higher, could be worth significantly more than one that has been heavily circulated and shows signs of wear. Higher grade examples, especially those that show little to no wear, are often highly prized in the collector community and could command a premium price at auction. So, what's the current market value of a 1990 60 penny? As of now, the typical 1990 60 penny in circulated condition is worth only its face value of 1 cent. However, once you move into higher grades or discover a rare error, the value can climb quickly. A well-preserved 1990 60 penny without any errors but in excellent condition can range anywhere from 50 cents to a few dollars, depending on its grade. On the other hand, error coins with double die or off-center strikes can see their values increase dramatically, often ranging from $50 to $500 or more, depending on the rarity of the error and the condition of the coin. In some rare cases, if a 1990 60 penny has a particularly significant error or has been graded at a very high level, it could even reach thousands of dollars in the right market. While these kinds of finds are extremely rare, they do exist, and collectors who specialize in error coins are always on the lookout for them. Now, let's get to the part that has many collectors buzzing. Could the 1990 60 penny ever be worth millions of dollars? While it's not likely that a typical 1990 60 penny will ever fetch such a high price, it's important to note that certain error coins or coins with a rare history do sometimes achieve astronomical values at auction. For instance, rare error coins with double dies or significant misprints have, in some cases, fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at public auctions, particularly when they're in pristine condition. In the case of the 1990 60 penny, the value would need to be extraordinary, something truly unique, or a historical piece with a proven track record of rarity. While this is a rare possibility, it's certainly not impossible in the world of rare coin collecting. If you're interested in finding a rare 1990 60 penny or any other potentially valuable coin, the best advice is to be on the lookout for coins in good condition. Pay close attention to any coins that seem unusual, such as those with visible errors or anomalies in the design. Make sure to check the coin's grade and if it has been professionally authenticated by a reputable grading service. Also, keep in mind that it's crucial to do your research. Many online resources and coin dealers can help you identify potential rare coins. Auctions and coin shows are excellent places to find not only rare 1990 60 pennies but also a wealth of other valuable coins. So there you have it, the 1990 60 Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny. While it might be easy to overlook this coin as just another penny, it's important to remember that there's always potential for a rare find. Whether it's an error coin, a high-grade specimen, or even a historical piece, the 1990 60 penny could very well end up being worth more than you ever expected. 2020 The Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny coin, a coin that's becoming increasingly sought after by collectors, and in some cases, can be worth an incredible amount of money. You might be thinking, it's just a penny, how valuable could it be? Well, you might be surprised. So stay tuned as we explore the current market value of this coin, what makes it special, and how it could potentially be worth millions. Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the basics. The 2020 D. Lincoln 1 cent penny coin was minted at the Denver Mint and features the classic design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, front, and the famous Union shield on the reverse, back. The D mint mark indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint, which is one of the 2 locations where pennies are minted in the United States. The 2020 penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. The coin has the familiar copper-plated zinc composition, which is worth 1 cent in face value. However, it's what makes this penny rare or unique that we'll be exploring in detail. Now, let's discuss why the 2020 D penny is starting to gain so much attention in the numismatic world. Unique minting conditions. While the 2020 D Lincoln penny might seem like a regular coin to most people, it was minted during a unique period. The pandemic and economic disruptions during this time led to a limited number of these coins being produced in comparison to previous years. This rarity has made the 2020 penny increasingly valuable to collectors. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its market value. Pennies that are in near mint or mint condition, especially those with sharp details and little to no wear, are much more valuable. These coins are often referred to as uncirculated or proof coins. If you have a 2020 penny in excellent condition, you might just have a valuable collectible on your hands. Another factor that could elevate the value of the 2020 penny is the possibility of error coins. Error coins are typically the result of mistakes during the minting process and can make a coin highly desirable. For example, if the mint mark on a 2020 penny was misplaced or if there's some sort of misprint, it can cause that particular penny to be worth much more than its face value. So, what's the current market value of the 2020 Lincoln penny? Here's where things get interesting. At face value, the 2020 penny is worth just 1 cent. But in the world of coin collecting, the market value of these pennies can vary drastically based on their condition, rarity, and any potential errors. If you're holding a 2020 penny that's in normal circulation or decent condition, you're likely looking at a coin worth a few cents, maybe up to $1 or $2. Uncirculated or high-grade coins. If your 2020 penny is in near perfect, uncirculated condition, its value can increase significantly. Depending on the grade, these coins could sell for anywhere from $5 to $10, or even more in some cases. Here's where things get really exciting. Error coins, especially those that are incredibly rare, can skyrocket in value. Some of these 2020 pennies with errors have been known to sell for hundreds of dollars, and in extreme cases, certain varieties can even be worth thousands. Now, you might be wondering how a 2020 penny could potentially be worth millions of dollars. Well, here's the deal. The coin itself may not reach millions just yet, but let's break it down. Rarity and future demand. As time goes on, the number of 2020 pennies that are in excellent condition or have unique characteristics will dwindle. Coin collectors know that rare, high-quality specimens become more valuable as they become harder to find. If you happen to have one of these pennies, and if they become even rarer over the years, it's possible that the value could soar, eventually reaching millions in the future. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for special varieties. For example, if the 2020 penny happens to have some unique feature, like a unique minting flaw or a limited edition run, it could significantly increase its value. Some of these rare finds have been known to be sold for millions in the past. The 2020 penny was struck during a very historic time. The global pandemic and economic challenges that shaped the year 2020 make these pennies potentially very significant to future collectors who want to own a piece of history. A penny from such a time could be seen as a rare historical artifact, driving up its value over time. So, how can you find a valuable 2020 penny? Here are some tips. Check your pocket change. The first step is to start looking through your own pocket change. Many valuable coins can be found in circulation if you know what to look for. Look for high-quality examples. Make sure your 2020 penny is in great condition. Coins with minimal wear and clear details will always fetch a higher price than heavily worn ones. Look for error coins. Keep an eye out for any potential error coins. Look for things like double strikes, off-center designs, or misplaced mint marks, as these can dramatically increase a coin's value. Get your coins appraised. If you think you have a valuable 2020 penny, consider getting it appraised by a professional numismatist. They can help identify if your coin is truly rare or worth more than you think. So there you have it. The 2020 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin may seem like a small, ordinary penny at first glance, but in the right conditions, with the right rarity, it could be worth much more than you expect. Whether it's in pristine condition or has a unique error, this coin could one day be worth millions of dollars, depending on how the market and collectors view it in the future. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about coin collecting, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coin-related content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Leave a comment down below if you have any 2020 pennies or other rare coins, and let's talk about their potential value.